The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. Yeah,
Howdy, folks.
Okay, this isn't meant to be an Ashens parody, but it's gonna kind of start off looking like one. Yes, I picked up a Wii U, and yes, I'm gonna start this video in the chair like it's an Ashens parody. And Ashens actually did do a Wii U video about a year ago when he went out and picked up a Tesco value Wii U or something like that. Well, this isn't really a Tesco value. It's the Mario and Luigi Deluxe set, as you can tell from all the new Super Mario type picture thingies on the front next to the console itself. So right now, at places like Target and Walmart and stuff, you've got this and you've got the Mario Kart bundle pack. Now here's the interesting part. The Mario Kart bundle pack costs the same amount of money, but you only get one game. This comes with New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super... Well, let's do this with a tripod. This comes with New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U, which corresponds to about $90 worth of bundled games at today's prices. Whereas the Mario Kart one would come with only $60. So I was like, you know what? Based on whether or not I'd want the other bundles game, which the answer is probably yes, I just went with the numbers and got the one with more bang for the buck, so to speak, in terms of bundled games. Plus, half the reason I even wanted to get this thing in the first place was to upscale Wii games. I still have a bunch of Wii games sitting around that I'm not playing because of a couple of reasons. First, the Wii only being standard def is an absolute eyesore, and the Wii, and unfortunately my Wii, got it in 2007-ish, is unfortunately one of the runs of Wiis from the early parts of that console's life cycle that actually has defective heatsink compound material on the graphics system, so I actually get some artifacts from graphics system damage. So hopefully I can play them upscale on here. But let's take a look at what we got for a box here. So this is the Mario and Luigi Deluxe set. It's got a whole bunch of Nintendo-y stuff and some not so Nintendo-y stuff like Netflix, if I ever want to resubscribe to that stuff. Spin it around. We got ourselves, obviously, some graphics from New Super Mario Bros. U. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the title either. Wii U, U. Everything's a U now. You know, this is the funny part, because get the right game on this system, and it's going to sound like the name of some kind of college or university. I attended Wii U and got my bachelor's. Alright, let's see what we got in here. I've seen some of these unboxings before, so I pretty much know what to expect. Except I probably should have cleared off the sofa to do this Ashens parody part of it. So, alright, we got some trays going here. And we're hitting the tripod. Alright, we got some trays going here. So, we have... Alright, this is New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U. U? They need better names for these things. And that brings our total rip-off count to 2. Now we're ripping off Classic Game Room. Oh, brother. Anyway, this is the bonus disc that has New Super Luigi U and stuff like that. So, yeah, I went with the numbers on this. Between this and all those Wii games that I haven't really played because of the eyesore, the graphical issues on my other system, on the Wii, I basically, I've got plenty of stuff to play. Alright, so we've got big, huge power block. It's one of those halfway down power blocks, too, so it's not going to take up a bunch of space on the AC adapters. We got the cradle and stuff for the gamepad underneath. What do we got underneath this? Is there another tray underneath? No, that's the sensor bar and stuff. So I'm guessing the console and the overpriced gamepad are on the next tray. Etc., etc. Oh, yeah. They put their money where their mouth is with this stuff. Alright, so here we are. Here it is. Roughly the size of an external CD-ROM/optical drive, just like its predecessor. I think it might be a little bit longer. And here is the biggest thing I hate about this system. The horrendously overpriced $170 touchscreen controller, which, mess around with it a bit. It feels really nice as a controller, and it retains some of the original Wii's. Well, here's the thing. when you're a big guy like me and you got a little controller and your hands are like this, you start to wonder about ergonomics issues. One thing I liked about the Wiimote was that it had like a divided controller thing, so you could keep both your hands far apart and still play the game. So if you're relaxing in an easy chair and you're not playing one of those physical exercise games and stuff like that, you could basically, howdy folks, you could basically use this as a vanity mirror. Yeah, I'm kind of foregoing the Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses thing, but for now. Hope you don't mind my horrendous-looking green shirt and how awful I look because I need a haircut. Alright, so you can use this as a vanity mirror, and it's got the little touchscreen in the middle, camera as well, and there's the proprietary connector to charge with. Yeah, will this thing turn on by itself? It is totally dead, or there's a battery I gotta put in somewhere. What's that, some kind of infrared thing? No, that's got to be something else. That can't possibly be infrared. Oh, wait, AC adapter. Cool. So that proprietary thing goes to the the console instead. And it's got something like that for micro USB. What's this? Some kind of battery pack underneath? I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Buttons feel pretty good. It retains some of the divided controller things of the original Wii, which I really liked, because you could sit back in an easy chair and you didn't have to keep your hands close together. You just put them on the armrests and play your game that way. Let's take this off, and oh brother, yeah, I went with black because I don't want this to look totally like its predecessor underneath. Plus, black has proven to be a far better color in terms of longevity with consoles, because it doesn't really... Another mirror. Howdy, folks. Because it doesn't really... How y'all doing there? I gotta clean this dump. Yeah, black doesn't yellow the same way that other stuff does. So anyways, shiny and black, got a sync button on the front. What's in here? This is probably it's card slot and some USBs. Card slot and some USBs, and it's a total fingerprint magnet and a /vanity mirror. Alright, so we've pretty much seen what comes with the system. Let's get this sucker hooked up and start transferring everything over. See how easy that is. Well, this is kind of cute. Needless to say, this has been a rather long and arduous process. I've spent more time tonight playing Steam games on my PC than playing games on the brand new Wii U. Hey look, 2 sensor bars now. Fix the sensor bar that fell down behind the screen. So we're looking at the Wii, the transfer process. Interestingly enough, I might lose quite a bit of save data in this because a lot of my stuff is being stored in the SD card. We'll see what's left when it's finished. This is actually kind of cute and a little bit sad actually, because I don't have anything against the Wii. It's just, it's not HD. So, still though, having spent this much time just setting up the console, it just shows all the more why consoles are on the defensive the way they are versus PC gaming and stuff. Because consoles are turning into little computers. You know, this kind of reminds me of setting up Windows with how long it's taken. Well, we'll pick things up when this stuff's finally done. This is kind of cute, though. Oh, this is cute. Here's the end result of that. No, they weren't just moving them from one hallway to the other. They're actually putting them into a Wii-style rocket thing. Oh. Oh, that's... Come on. Yeah, I figured they'd put that in. And there, well, it goes, up to the Wii U. And yeah, I had 100 Wii points transferred that I completely forgot about. One thing I'm concerned about. What if you had more data on the SD card you used in your system than the built-in memory? That's my concern. So, yeah, let's see what happens. And the saga continues, this time on the Wii U, in upscaled high def. Nice little rocket ship sequence, and now everything's getting off the rocket on the Wii U side of things. Nice how they set this up. It looks like all my save data transferred, and any of the programs / virtual console titles that I wasn't able to fit into the system memory are going to be re-downloadable from here. But it looks like all the save data made it over, so that's the big thing that matters. I don't care if I have to download a bunch of stuff from Nintendo's online store on here. You know, we can take care of that later. So here comes everything. All the stuff from the previous one. Or all the stuff from the Wii. All the Miis are coming over too. Everything's coming over. I like this whole transfer sequence, and if I had known that the Nintendo digital purchases and stuff, if I had known that this stuff could be re-downloaded, I probably wouldn't have tried to cram as much stuff into the system memory as possible. So anyways, let this sequence continue here. So all things considered, though, this console is actually probably going to be the last console I buy unless Nintendo really gets on their game next go-round. The Wii U actually represents some missed potential on Nintendo's part. When you consider the stuff they just got done showing at E3, and some of the stuff they're going to do, even though this console is pretty much a generation behind what Sony and Microsoft have, you really got to wonder, Nintendo they missed the boat on this one. They're making the best of this situation, but they've been doing that now for the last 20 years. I kid you not. Ever since the issues with the Nintendo 64, 20 years of having to make little Mario boxes to stay in this industry. It's got to end at some point. And they've got what it takes to have a console that sweeps the floor out of the entire industry in the market and has gives people a compelling reason to even mess with regular consoles with all this mobile stuff that's firing up. Now, they've got what it takes. The question is, they gonna get some leadership and some direction in order to do so. I was actually looking in the store when I bought this thing, and there were actually add-on devices to turn iPhones into mobile gaming platforms. So, gaming across all kinds of devices it's not a futuristic thing anymore. It's a reality. It's gonna happen whether we like it or not. So, as it is right now, with all the time I've spent playing PC games while this stuff's been going on, it's plain as day that I'm totally a PC gamer. This will be the only console out of this generation that I get at this point. Nothing about the other two really excite me all that much. Plus, PC can do a lot of it too. I got so many games to catch up on. That's one of the reasons why I got this thing. All those Wii games that I've had sitting around that I haven't played because the Wii's been a real eyesore. See what kind of upscaling this thing can do in terms of making them look like something anyways. And with how long this process has taken, it's definitely up to the length of a Windows install right now. Between all the sign-ups and setting up the accounts and watching this thing and stuff. Hey, Walk It Out. I remember that game. Maybe I'll start playing it again now that I've got output to 1080p. That's not some cheesy adapter off of eBay or something like that. Not eBay for me, it was Amazon Marketplace. I experimented with a Wii to HD adapter, actually. One of these, actually. Wii to HDMI, you can find these on stuff. This is full HD, but that just means that it kind of sort of outputs at the resolution. These things, the only reason to use these things is if you have a newer TV that only has HDMI ports. Little button you press with a paper clip in order to get the switch. HDMI video only goes out the HDMI jack. The audio has to go out here, and you got to use a couple adapters in order to get the audio to go to your TV. So yeah, wasn't worth it compared to just having a Wii U instead for Wii games and Wii U games, and of course relegating the Wii to a GameCube player, because I don't have one of the GameCubes that supports widescreen. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with my GameCube, though. It's been sitting in the closet for who knows how long. Still works, still looks great. Craigslist? I don't know. It just doesn't do widescreen. Doesn't have progressive scan options or component out like its predecessors did, before Nintendo made that stupid decision to dump component output and just stick with composite only or S-video. Yeah, well, I'll use the Wii to play GameCube games. At least that part of it didn't suffer graphical output damage. While that's finishing up, here's how my setup has changed. We have the Wii. The Wii channel on the AV receiver now is for the Wii U. The Wii U is now down next to the PlayStation 3, and I've kind of stuffed the Wii over here underneath this little drawer thing, so I have some room to put the, what was it? Oh, the GameCube controller. Yeah, I need to be able to pull this thing out and plug the GameCube controller in, so I'll eventually do that. I just wanted to give the Wii U some room to breathe, and I'll see if I can squeeze the cradle for the huge controller in the corner over there, or I'll just keep it plugged in directly. Not like I really need this thing to be wireless anyways, plus the battery life is abysmal with its screen and stuff, plus it's a fingerprint magnet and a mirror. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Looks like we're heading towards the home stretch here. Yay! They're setting everything up! So, my question is, what if I do another transfer off of the old Wii system? Although, if it's going to download all the software from that I previously purchased from them, and all the save data made it over, yay! If you got to re-download everything, I don't see what difference it makes. Question is, what am I going to do with the SD card slot? Okay. Yeah. Can't believe I have 100 points left over. Me Maker, we choose to send me, receive me option within Me Maker, etc., etc. Following save data can be used with this console. Cool. I think this is about a lot of it anyway. So, yes, I did kind of use the Wii as like my retro. Wait, was that a Netflix back there? Netflix? Oh well, if I ever resubscribe to it. Yay! Good. Everything made it over from the looks of it. Nice. Yeah. So I just got to re-download a bunch of stuff now. Software not saved. We see what it is. We can download again on this console. The Wii Shop channel. Yeah, we can download a bunch of stuff. System transfer complete. Yay. Now do I have to use that clunky gamepad again? So I think actually this should work the same way. Question is now, what about space and stuff like that? Cool. Of course, we can go back to the Wii U menu, of course. So, yeah, this has taken far, far, far too long. Alright, let's see if these folks have repeated the mistakes of the PlayStation 3. Time to start the first ever HD Nintendo game that I've ever played. Okay, how do you start it? Alright. Oh, you just push the... Okay. Alright. Probably shouldn't try doing this with a camera going at the same time, but... Why not? HD Mario, come on. Well, at least it's... There we go. Nintendo gets it. When we put a disc in these things, we just want to play the darn thing. No install process for this. Sweet. Let's see if I get some kind of update. Yeah. Let's just play with the gamepad.
Let's play.
Now this is officially a Let's Play video? I don't know. Alright! The game's actually going without downloading lots of updates. Nice. Classic. It's great to see all this detail in HD. So, enough of the camcorder Let's Play stuff. Okay. We're gonna start a Wii game now. Straight from the Wii U menu, see if it skips through all that stuff. Let's see what kind of arduous process that's like. Looks pretty nice from here. Let's go TV only for this. Get rid of this clunky thing. Not a big fan of the gamepad. I think that jacked up the price of the system and all kinds of other stuff too. Alright, so we're switching over to Wii mode where you actually use the remote that I paired up with it. Any guesses as to which game I'm going to play? Alright, so supposedly it's 1920 by 1080. Oh, wait a minute. Boo! You didn't go straight to the game, you gotta select it from the Wii menu. But at least it switches everything over. Yeah. Considering how popular the video was that I did on this all those years ago. Let's see what a workout in MFC looks like in high definition. Although so far it's looking pretty decent. Oh, it's been years. Let's just do a quick workout instead of opening up my profile. I don't even want to know what Maya is going to say to me. Oh, shoot. How come it's in... Oh, wait. No, this ain't right. Ooh. Where's my 16:9? Do I have to go... Not good. My 16:9 stuff's missing. Okay, so I think what's going on is that this was originally a PlayStation 2 game. And I think maybe the Wii was just stretching it out.
Awesome. Let's warm up, and then you can show me what you've got.
Not seeing much for upscaling or anti-aliasing or something like that. So I think what's going on here is maybe the game didn't support widescreen. And the only thing that was going on, or it didn't officially support widescreen, and the Wii was just ballooning this. If I remember right, yeah, actually, let's try a game that I have played in widescreen. There we go. So it does depend on the original aspect ratio of the game. It's not going to force certain aspect ratios. You can use your TV for that. All things considered, though, it's nice to finally be playing this game without graphical artifacts on the screen, but yeah. It definitely looks worse. Oh, a demo. So it's nice to see... Okay, yeah. Suppose if you're going to play Wii games, the Wii U's upscaling definitely is more than adequate. Although you can still see jaggies around the edges. Let's play with some of the stuff on the TV. Oh no, they're taking the princess again! Yeah. Alright, keep the demo going. Let's mess with some stuff here. Picture options. Don't we have DNR on here? So yeah, let's turn on the DNR, which I usually won't. Let's turn high DNR. Does that work as anti-aliasing? Nah, that's more for film grain, for people that hate that stuff. Which, if you hate film grain, what's your problem? No. If you hate film grain, you hate film. Because grain is part of film. Alright, it's enough of that. Well, this definitely looks better than on the Wii. Yeah, nice and clean and stuff like that. Doesn't look anywhere near as good as the natively HD New Super Mario Bros. U. But if I'm gonna be playing Wii games, I'm gonna be playing some Wii games on the Wii U. Definitely gives the sharpest picture with these old standard def things. Just for out of curiosity, let's see what happens when you put a Wii U disc in while you're in Wii mode. Unable to read the disc. Anywho. All things considered, if you're a Nintendo fan, definitely pick one of these things up. Especially with the recent discussions that have been going on at E3 and what Nintendo had on the board for E3. Looks like Nintendo and high def are definitely going to be a good combination, even if they do have the weakest machine by far out there. Same as other Nintendo consoles. Get it because it's a Nintendo box, and play all the Mario games you want on it, and that's pretty much it. And retro, too, if you don't want to play them on Steam or something like that. So this is the demo, basically. Without starting the game, you pretty much... you get this going again. There are some things, though, that Nintendo could fix via some firmware updates. Like, for example, it'd be really nice if you could start a game for the Wii, from the Wii U menu, using specifically, have it just bounce forward and stuff. Okay, it's enough of this. There are some things definitely Nintendo could improve with some, firmware updates. But we'll have to see what they pull off, as well as what other first-party titles they bring here. But next go-round, though, they need to be on their A-game. And they definitely need to have something that'll attract third parties again. Because, yeah, having a hard time thinking of reasons to get... I mean, half the reason I wanted to get this machine in the first place was to upscale all those Wii games I wasn't playing, and play them with a sharper picture and no artifacts. So I can finally finish up the Wii games I've had sitting around for who knows how long. Alongside all the stuff I'm doing on the PC, of course. PC games will remain my main source of top-notch gaming as far as graphics and stuff goes. Steam is looking awesome. I think they can only make things even better with the way their games with the way their with the way their with their hardware integration that they're working on. So I can very easily see this being the last console I ever own, though, if Nintendo doesn't get with it, because they've been playing this video game Maverick game for the longest time, and and eventually people are going to start getting sick of it. So, anywho, till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.